and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books, and it's spring! Today actually feels like the first day of spring. It's so beautiful and bright outside, and I would apologise for this light, but I'm not going to because I think it's lovely. So we'll have to grow to love this light together because it's going to be changing as we go. I mean, actually at the moment I can see one cloud in the sky quite far away from there, so we might just make it. But I thought today we could do a lovely chat video. I always like to do a lovely chat video about halfway through the month, and these, if you're new to the channel, are just a video where I have a bit of a chat, talk about what I've been up to this month, talk about what I've got coming up soon, and just things in general. I've got myself a nice cup of tea. Look at this mug. Oh, it is beautiful. It is from Dunelm Mill. My friend Emma got it for me for my birthday. Coincidentally, it's Emma's birthday this weekend. And I've got in here loose leaf tea. Ooh, chili berry boom from T2, which is one of my favourite places to get tea. It's very nice. It's not quite as chilly as I thought it was going to be, as in hot, not but it's very nice. But it's too hot to drink now, so I don't even know why I'm pretending to hold that up now. Today, the 15th of February, is mine and David's 5-year anniversary. Now, David is currently, it's very sad, laying on the sofa, asleep. Who can believe that you could sleep over my voice? No, he's just opened a little eye up like a little dragon. He has got an ear infection and he's had it for 2 days now, and he's in such a state, and it's so sad to see. And it was Valentine's Day yesterday, and I was gonna cook a nice dinner, but he couldn't eat anything because his ear was hurting so much he couldn't even open his mouth wide. So we had Valentine's Day yesterday, and he didn't go to work yesterday, so he wasn't able to get my present that he'd had delivered to work, so he was very disappointed about that. And then today is our anniversary, and he left my card at work too, and he hasn't gone back to work today because he's just in a right old state. So they gave him antibiotics yesterday when he went to the doctors, and obviously antibiotics take a bit of time to get working, so chances are he probably won't start feeling better until tomorrow. We have a meal booked tomorrow night for our anniversary. We're going to a tapas restaurant in Whitstable, which we love, but whether or not we'll actually be able to go, because he doesn't want to go if he's feeling like this. Like, honestly, he's just laying on the sofa, just not having a good time. He's opening his eyes again, just not feeling very well. So we may be doing that, we may not. But I thought, for those, I mean, some of you may well know the story of how David and I met, but I thought I would tell the story anyway, seeing as it happened 5 years ago today. So 5 years ago today, as I mentioned earlier, it was my friend Emma's birthday this weekend. We were out for a curry for Emma's birthday. And we'd gone out for a curry, and the next day, just me and my friends, so there's about 12 of us I think, and the next day I was going on holiday with my parents. My parents have got a holiday home in France where they go. My mum used to be a teacher, so we used to go like for half terms and summer and things like that. And I was going out to visit, and so I wasn't drinking that night. I don't drink at all anymore, but at that time I wasn't drinking because I was driving. And I dropped everyone off, and they were saying, oh, let's go for a drink afterwards. So I dropped everyone off at the pub, and they were like, oh, come in for one, come in for one. And I was like, no, really, like, I've got to go up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get the Eurotunnel, I'm not going to bother. And they said, oh, just come in for one. So I came in for one, and then when we were at the bar, it was the Red Lion pub, and when we were at the bar, my friends Emily and Jenny, who had previously said to me, oh, you should meet David, you'll really like him, he likes Christmas. Are you smiling, David? Oh, he likes Christmas, he likes Disney, he likes the same things you do. And for one reason or another, it just never had happened. When we were in the bar, Jenny and Emily were pointing at the CCTV, which showed down more into the pub, and David was in the pub with his friends having a drink. Back in those days, David used to dress in like suit jackets. That night he had a black shirt on, jeans, like light blue denim jeans. Light blue. They were light blue. Blue denim jeans, and then like brogue pointy shoes. Brown they were as well. And they pointed and they were like, oh, look, he's here. So David and I, we were outside having a cigarette. Neither of us smoke anymore. Disgusting habit. And we got chatting, and we just basically like stood and chatted the whole night, just the two of us. Jenny and Emily eventually got bored, and we were just stood outside chatting for ages. And it got to like 1 o'clock, and the pub was closing, and I was like, look, I've really got to go now because I'm going on holiday in 2 hours with my parents. So I went back in, and I said, and they were like, oh, how did it go? Were you having a nice chat? And I said, yeah, we're having a really nice chat. And then I just sort of thought then, I'm gonna go and ask him for his number, because are we ever gonna, like, I don't want to play this like, oh, are we gonna bump into each other again game? Like, we'd really got on well and it had been lovely. So I just went back outside and he was still stood there. I think he was talking to another friend at this point. And I was like, look, I'm going now, but can I have your number? I think it'd be a good idea if we took each other's number or something to that effect. Do you remember David?
Yeah, well, I was quite drunk.
He was quite drunk. So at this point, David said, I don't remember your name. Like, he remembered who I was, but I don't remember. And he was like, yeah, let's take each other's numbers, but I don't remember your name.
Were you really offended?
No, because I don't think there'd probably been any point where
I don't think
we'd introduced each other using names. I just knew who you were, because you were, as Jenny said, a face about town. So then we exchanged numbers, and well, I took your number, and then I went home, and then I just texted him just to say, oh, this must be this is me, by the way. And I went on holiday with my parents in like 2 hours time, and then while I was away for the week, we were just sort of texting, and it just felt like a bit different and a bit different to other boys I'd sort of texted in the past and stuff. Yeah, it felt special. And I was away for a week, and like when I go to my parents' place, it's really chill and there's literally nothing to do, so a lot of the time is spent reading or watching box sets or going to the supermarket or going for walks and stuff. So actually, I'm very relaxed and nice. So we sort of like texted a little bit over that week, and the Friday night I was coming back, David said, oh, we're out if you want to come and meet us. So I did. I went and met him at the pub that he always drank in, and we were chatting, and then we went down to the local nightclub, and this is the last, literally, like, this nightclub, I used to be in there every single Friday and Saturday night. Me and my friend Neve, we used to go there like Friday, Saturday night. We used to live like about a 10-minute walk from it, and we used to go all the time. And that was the last time I ever went, because David and I went and we had a little smooch. And then from then on, I guess we were just on, weren't we?
It was. So
from then on, we were just, we didn't like call it official till a few months later, but we just like then started meeting up and things like that, and it was just lovely. And David always says, which I think is really cute, and I don't want to take the words out of his mouth here, but our first date was, I went to, so we were both living at our parents' place when we met, and I went to his house, and we watched Casino Royale up in his bedroom, and he had like a chair next to his double bed, and I was sat on his double bed. He had this massive telly in his bedroom as well, which literally took up the whole bloody screen, the whole bloody room. So when you had that on as well, it was like you didn't need any lights on, and he used to sleep with that telly on as well, which I just couldn't do, so that I put a stop to that. Shut up. And oh, it's getting really dark. And yeah, so while I was sat on that double bed and he was sat in the chair, he said to me later on that he knew that was the moment then that he loved me. And it was like, it had only been like 2 weeks, I think. It might even have been like that same week after, like it hadn't even been 2 weeks. And like, I can't really remember a moment where I fell in love with David, but it just felt like it was always there. Like, I feel really stupid saying it, but it does feel like it was always there. I never felt anything other than love for him, really.
Even with my buttons undone.
Even when he had his buttons undone, because that night he had his buttons undone. He had one button undone on his top, and Jenny put her hand in and said, oh, we got your tummy out, which was very cute. So yeah, so that's the story of how David and I met, and that was 5 years ago. And now on our anniversary, I'm going to running club tonight, and David's laying on the sofa with a hot water bottle strapped to his ear because he's got an ear infection. So how lovely. So I'm hoping we'll be able to, love, it is love, isn't it? So I'm hoping that we'll be able to go out for a meal tomorrow night, which will be lovely. So yes, that's how David and I met and everything. So I have told that story before, but I just thought it's nice to chat about it, isn't it? And especially as it's 5 years to the day. Oh, I feel a bit emotional. So yeah, so this weekend, as I said, David and I are hoping to go for a meal tomorrow night for our anniversary, and then it's my friend Emma's birthday on Saturday, and we're going curling, of all bloody things to do. We're going curling, which is, at the moment, the Winter Olympics are on here. But they're on the telly quite a lot. Have you watched much Winter Olympics today, David?
A little bit.
So curling is where they sort of like hurl big stones down like what is essentially a big wide bowling alley, and they have like these little brooms that you have to sweep to make it go in the direction or the speed that you want it to go. Is that a good enough description of what curling is?
Yeah, she keep description.
And we're doing that this weekend for Emma's birthday, which is really exciting. So that's on Saturday, and then on Sunday we haven't really got any plans for Sunday yet. I think David had planned to maybe cook me a dinner or something, but we don't know if that's going to go ahead. So that's my weekend. What are you guys up to this weekend? How is everyone's Femmeuary going? I've been having a wonderful Femmeuary. I've been really enjoying. At the moment I'm reading Purple Hibiscus by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and I'm just over a third of the way through this, so I'm gonna have a nice sesh with that this afternoon. I've been really enjoying, and I am sorry about this light because I've just realised it's got a bit dark now, just reading all the female content and all the celebrations of women and things like that. And something I watched on YouTube last night, which I will link below, it was about an hour long, so you need like a bit of a bit of time to watch it, but it was all the Oscar nominated actresses from this year's Oscars who've been in film. So for instance, Jennifer Lawrence was there, Saoirse Ronan, Mary J. Blige, Jessica Chastain, Alison Janney and Emma Stone. I think they were the only ones there. Yeah, all having a chat about sort of the Harvey Weinstein thing and the abuse that's been going on in their industry and things like that, as well as other things like how Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Stone always going for the same jobs and things like that, because they were about the same age and when they came into the industry, and just things like that. So it was really interesting. So I will link that down below. David and I watched that last night and I really found that very good. So it's dark again. That is nice, that tea. So yes, that's something that I've been watching. I've been listening to loads of cool music, and I've got a Femmeuary story on my Instagram, if you'd like to kind of look at some of the music I've been listening to and what I've been reading and things like that. So yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I hope you guys have been enjoying it too. I'm definitely going to be doing this every year, without a doubt. Femmeuary is here to stay. But yeah, I hope you're all having a lovely Femmeuary. That was my lovely chat for the month. Very short month, isn't it, old February? We're over halfway through already, which is very exciting. Next month, very exciting. Simon's wedding next month, so we're all excited about that. Booktube wedding. So yeah, so that's what's been going on. I hope you're all well. I hope David feels better soon. He's currently face down on a pillow, just looking really sad, which is very sad. All thumbs up. He's put his little thumbs up. And I will see you all again soon for another Booktube video.